Mo's. It's Marie Rigel, and you're tuned in to The Mo Show, where I aspire to inspire your mind, body, and soul. And today I have two special guests with me today.
I'm Muffin, Shia. I'm Mara.
You guys have seen them before, so we're going to be doing a mukbang. And this is a Black History Month mukbang, so, you know, in honor of Black History Month, we actually went to a Black-owned restaurant in our neighborhood called Elevate Bar and Grill. This is the first time we've had these meals. So I have the fire Cajun pasta, like with shrimp. And
I got the good old chicken and waffles.
And I got some green beans and some collard greens.
yes.
Yes, collard greens. Come on.
You know, real Black history food. Besides mine, it's okay because some Black people made it. That's all that matters.
All right.
So we're just gonna talk about like influential Black people, whether it be our community, entertainment, or obviously people from the past who have influenced Black history and Black culture. So Muffin, you want to start it off?
Yeah, I'll start while I'm cutting my waffle so I can eat it. One person I can think of is Henrietta Lacks. She had cervical cancer, and basically when she died, they stole her cells, but from her cells they were able to do like a lot of testing to find, I think it was like the polio vaccine they got from doing research on her cells.
You know, people don't like to vaccinate their kids.
But it was like just a lot of like scientific leads came from her cells, even though she's a Black woman, and like her family didn't even like get like the money rights to it. Like it's really unfair, not a good thing at all. But
Just use hers for like testing.
yeah,
Was
pretty
she
much.
famous, or she became famous because
She
was
became
the first
famous
person?
because of that.
Oh.
Like she was just like a regular person. But yeah, Henrietta Lacks.
That
Did
sounds
you
right.
watch the movie?
Oh,
No,
movie?
I didn't watch the movie, but I want to watch
What's it called?
Those like Life of Henrietta Lacks.
Oh,
But then
I never
Oprah,
heard
like
that.
she
Oprah's,
was,
her daughter.
yeah, I want to watch it.
That gotta be like back in the day, because Oprah ain't been acting in a minute.
I think it was like late 2000 or
Oh,
like the 2010s.
I don't know. That ain't that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of that. That's interesting.
There's a book too. It's on movie.
You know where I've been. Well, one of my people is Marsai Martin, Diane from Blackish. If y'all watch Blackish, y'all should, and Grownish, because I just love those shows. But she's the daughter, the twin daughter to Lil Jack on there, and I love her name actually. Marsai is just a pretty name,
That is a
and
pretty
she's a
name.
cute little girl. And she's 14 now, and she's the youngest girl to produce a movie, and she's a producer on the movie Little.
Yes,
Little.
Mhm.
I just need that movie to have more words. Like the title to have more words.
I mean,
It just-
I like that it's cute and simple. Like
Little.
I mean, little. That's cute.
Little. With
Yeah.
her and Regina Hall and Issa Rae's in there too. So I can't wait to see that movie. But when I heard about that, I was just so proud of her. I'm like, you're 14 and like a producer, like first producer, and you're a Black female. Like that's Black girl magic all day, and
It
that's
is.
Black history, and it's like new age Black history because obviously she's a kid younger than us doing some great things.
Like to think of like me when I was working. I would
Right,
never
what?
think of that. Like,
You would never have thought that'd be your life.
well, that's a pretty big accomplishment.
That's really great. And she's a good actor on Grownish and stuff too.
She's really funny.
Blackish.
She's like,
Sassy.
she reminds me of like Raven, kind of. Raven
who?
Simone.
Oh, okay.
Like when she was little, I guess.
And that's her aunt on the show.
Really?
That's Anthony Anderson's sister on the show.
Okay, clearly I haven't been watching Black.
I mean, she only be on there like every. I've only seen her on there one episode. So.
I've never seen her on there. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I gotta watch more episodes. I really love that show though. Blackish is a good.
But it's like one of those sitcoms where like it's always on like a Cosby show. It's
Mhm.
always on any time, so it's not like you need to sit down and you know it's on a Wednesday and watch it every Wednesday because it's gonna be on somewhere though. But yeah, I like Marsai.
Good old Marsai. I'm gonna keep saying her name.
My person I chose originally was Fannie Lou Hamer, who did a ton of work with voting rights in Mississippi, like way back in the day, of course. And she's just like, whenever I think of like inspirational women who like literally like risked it all for like the causes they were passionate for, like I always think about her because she literally like got kicked out of where she lived because she registered to vote. So like I don't know, just the impact that she had on history and like especially in Minnesota. And I don't know, I mean that time is like a huge time of like a ton of inspirational Black leaders, but her especially. And I mean, she is a member of Delta Sigma Theta, so like.
I'm saying, how did you learn about her for that?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like I heard about her before that, just in political science, but then after I became Delta 2, like I was like, of course, like no wonder she speaks option, but I don't know. But yeah, just every time, just like yeah, like
That's funny.
yeah.
That's good.
But then, like at the same time, like I feel like I would be remiss not to like mention every like Black woman that like I've like seen, like I don't know, because it's like literally the like I've seen my mom in
It's like a
space.
mindset. People
Yeah.
have that. Yeah, it's a Black woman go get it mindset.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
about to ask if she's like a revolutionary type of woman, like a
Yeah,
not a Black Panther, but the Black Panther mindset. Like I'm just gonna get it done.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
it's just like this is
Rebellious or
like,
something like that. There we
Or
go.
fearless.
Yeah, that's a
fearless.
good one.
I think that's a good word. Like it's like anything that's stopping me is like against like what's just and what's true and what's like.
Oh yes, fighting for social
Yeah.
justice.
But then it's just like there are more heroes than there are not, I guess. Like there are like in every day. I mean, even like within your job situation, like somebody is like fighting against some injustice, and I mean like
Yeah.
everybody these people especially deserve their names in the books, but like
Everybody's doing their
Like,
little part
yeah.
to
But
fight
even,
against those things.
you know, like some people, like they're just being themselves and then they just become, you know,
Mhm.
heroes. Like they just did something that they felt was right and
Yeah.
they just kept going for it, not taking no for an answer. You know, they
Right.
saw something was wrong and they just kept fighting for it. So
I think it's like harder, or it's even more admirable when it's like you have to do it by yourself. Like you don't have a whole team of people. Like yeah, you know, sometimes the masses will just choose to go with what is popular, like the popular answer, the popular thing to do. But it takes a lot of courage and a lot of fearlessness to do things that you know is right in your heart, like you know your morals and your values and the things you stand for. But sometimes you have to stand alone, you know.
yeah, word of the day: fearlessness.
Yeah. All these people, all these influential Black people, and it's not just women too, because you got some men you're talking about too, right?
Yeah, Virgil. Okay, I don't know his last name, but he became the fashion director, I think, last March for Louis Vuitton, which was a pretty big moment because he was like the first African American to do it. And even though we're not really Kanye fans right now, but they shared a moment on the red carpet that was just so touching, y'all. Like
When?
they were in tears. I think it's the spring launch of Louis Vuitton. It was
Like last year.
hmm And like, you know, Virgil was walking down and, you know, Kanye and Kim, they're in the audience. And so they just like stopped and hugged and like he was crying. Like it was just so like touching because it's like, dog, we made it. Like
yeah.
it was just really touching. But,
And
Well-
especially to make it in the, I mean, like regardless of what Kanye is.
yeah. Well,
Really
to see
sold
your
out
friend
too, yeah.
like coming from where he came from.
Oh, were friends before.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering like, how is he just going down and hugging him? Okay,
Yeah,
they knew each other.
They knew each other prior. Like he's been. With
Oh, okay,
Kanye.
he's like supporting him,
Since
like,
Kanye
oh, you
started.
did this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a pretty huge moment, I would say, especially in the fashion community. We see all the
I'm gonna
controversy
say Gucci need to go.
that's
ahead
going
and-
on with.
Nothing. You like a lot of syrup.
Oh yeah, I got down with the
All
service.
of
I had
them, and that's what
3.
look-
Oh, I thought they only
Sitting
gave
in
you
there.
one. That's why.
Oh, they
you
only
have
gave me 2. Wasn't enough. I need 3.
And the minister like, what?
I like the syrup.
There is
okay?
a puddle of syrup.
A puddle, y'all.
Like,
I
But like
it.
Gucci needs to have a, and who was it? Wasn't Versace. The one that did the keychain. They look like blackface. Prada.
Yes, Prada.
Gucci and Prada need to take some notes from Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
That's cool. I definitely didn't know that. I feel like you learn something new every single day. Is he young or is he like around Kanye's age or something?
I would say like 30, mid 30s probably.
Hmm.
But yeah, Virgil, he's doing his thing. Shout out to you, Virgil.
Virgil and your family, if you're watching this video, you Black History out here.
Okay. We see you. We see you.
I think another person I would say would be like Diddy, because I don't know what it is about him. He's such a family man. I love a good family man. And he has opened up maybe 2 or 3 schools now in New York. I know he's opened one in Harlem. And when I heard, like, he opened the schools and obviously he has like a business partner or something. But one time last year they were talking about he excuse me, he donated $1 million to the school. And I'm just like, $1 million? Like, people donate a lot of money, but $1 million? Like, think about how rich you have to be to donate $1 million to a cause. Like, that is crazy. I mean, obviously it's his school, so it's like donating. Is it donating? But but you put, like, it's weird because, like, yes, it's your school, but you put that money back into it because obviously it takes money to run things. I'm just like, wow, $1 million. Like, you have to really believe in yourself and what you're doing to invest that much money into a school, like a prep school, like how you're talking about, like LeBron. He obviously did the same thing, and these are just like powerful black men. And Diddy is a mogul, you already know, in this rap business. Bad boys for life. But I love me some Diddy, y'all. But yeah, so like I just feel like that's some black history because people are not everyone. People are trying to start opening up schools and focusing on like education reforms and stuff, and like doing things for us, like for our people to get them to the next step. Free tuition, through all these different things. Like, they're thinking about their future because they know not everybody like LeBron is going to play basketball. Not everybody like Diddy is going to be a rapper or a music mogul or producer, whatever.
Yeah. I was just going to say that, like, it's good for, like, young people to see, different options that they can do. Like, because, like you said, like, not everyone's going to play basketball. Not everybody's going to be...
Not everybody's even going to want to. Like, I mean, a lot of people have hoop dreams or whatever, but some people do want to be an engineer. You need an engineer. You need a teacher. I get on my soapbox all day about how important teachers are, but you need a teacher to do any of all the rest of these things. But you need even those smaller jobs, like okay, sorry, I'm not. I was gonna name something, but I don't want to make anybody's job like inferior. But you need any type of job. Like, it's a job for a reason. Like, somebody has to do it. So I think helping them explore those other options is really good and influential.
And even like owning your own school and just having your own, like, I feel like it's pretty
you don't have to like listen to a school district tell you, a school board tell you what to do, how to do it.
That's pretty cool.
You can make your own education for those kids.
Yo, this is hard. I'm sorry. Talking to Eden because I just know I don't.
First of all, you're almost done.
Yeah, and I just know I was grubbing.
Did you finish?
Yeah, I mean, I had a side dish.
Cause listen, when the food is good, you just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep eating. So that's what I'm doing over here. Cause we got my hair in the syrup. It's just a lot.
Okay, you're going to do some things good,
right?
All that syrup and all that hair.
I don't play with food. I don't do it.
That's really cute. I didn't even see that. Mara, who's your next person? I thought you had two. Didn't you just say two?
I mean, like, I don't know. I just like. I mean, obviously, there's a ton of people. If you want to talk about like celebrity influence and like reforms, like Jay-Z and
that's what you said.
And the prison reform, and then Jay-Z's support with 21 Savage and his ICE case. And I think like, I don't know, in the same realm of like exposing people to what else like you can do to like, or like what else people do to like blaze trails. Like this isn't like anything like new, but to get the spotlight on it, to be like, hey, like
using your power.
Yeah, like there are a variety of ways that you can use your power. Like it doesn't mean you need to like. I mean, like run for president, please do, but like.
Not everybody.
Like, that's
not qualified.
I mean the qualifications.
I mean, yeah. Clearly.
Well, iffy right now, but this, like, if the passion's there and like. It may not even be that you got no money there right now, but like if your passion's there and your heart's there, like you can make some change, and like you don't even need a college degree to do that. Like even like that's a piece that's like on me in the work that I'm doing now. Like
you want to run for president?
No.
At 35, ain't that the age?
Yeah, you do that. I got
get a little older and some more. Okay, we are some spring chickens.
Yes, we are. Is that what they call?
Because we young, spring chickens, yes. We're not old farts, spring chickens.
But no, like, just giving students the option that isn't, like, university, and, like, that isn't the, like, there are so many more people than not that are successful and have not gotten a college degree, and that are, like, heroes in your community that didn't take that path that people are trying to feed you.
Yeah.
But it's stressful. I mean, low-key, not hating, but only hating a little bit because knowing how we are all college graduates and just knowing how hard it was. But I'm happy if you didn't have to do that. I'm happy for you.
Because you don't have to do it.
You don't.
You don't have to go through that.
I mean, like,
if that's not what you know.
Yeah.
your path requires. You don't have to.
And it's gonna take equally as much work and equally as much sacrifice.
Yeah,
and, like,
it's probably not either. It's definitely not either.
yeah, no.
Definitely
Thanks, no. I went to college because like I knew there was a path there. Like if you tell me straight out of high school,
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't if I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah.
right? Like anybody that is out there doing it, like shout out to you. Like I will pay my student loans.
But I mean, you know, sometimes people will get that big break and make it like get famous, like go viral or something, and get famous that kind of way. Like people who get famous, obviously not people who start their business because that's obviously hard. But if you get that one little break and you make it, like take that and run with it, like do something good, do something to influence your community and to
invest.
Yeah, so get you some money because although that little piece was easy, like that was quick to get that viral video and now you're famous.
What's that saying? What comes easy
doesn't last or something?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like,
It's like
you gotta like work, like,
it's like I don't know.
yeah, something about that. Like it'll fade away.
Yeah, something
too
like that.
easy, something, grasp it. Yes,
That goes to anything.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Get your degree, get whatever you want, but.
Yeah.
Man, work hard.
There was some quote. It was like, success isn't like something. It's not like a gift or like not something you earn lump sum. It's like the rent is due every day. And I was like, oh, like that. Like I don't know what
Like you gotta keep working on
Like
it.
it's not like you get there, you done. Like it's like no, like rent is due every day. It's not.
I like that everyday thing because it's like I like that it's not like weekly or monthly. Like no, you gotta keep working hard every single day.
Every day.
And then us as Black people, we just have to in certain communities, in certain settings, we have to even work harder, like 10 times harder than the next person, just because of, you know, the what's the word opposite of opportunity that we're given, the not opportunities that sometimes we're given. So it's just like that's where I feel like we get a lot of Black excellence because we do try to work so hard. We do try to, you know, go above and beyond just to kind of be on the same level playing field. And even as women, like we just got 2 minority things working against us, being Black and being women. So it's just like I feel like that's why me personally, like I want to work hard because I know that that's what it takes to be successful and to be successful in what I want to do, you know, because obviously success is measured differently by everybody.
For sure.
But for me, I know I gotta keep going. Like it's not gonna, there's no end goal. Like there's not, I mean not an end goal, there's no like when I get there I can't stop. You gotta always progress, always strive to be
there's
the
always
very
more
best.
you can do. It's always more.
Yeah, until you take that last breath, like you gotta keep going.
I mean, like if you still breathing, like God still wants you to do something. Otherwise, He would have got you back. So keep working. So
preach,
I don't know.
Mara.
It's just like,
goodness.
who am I not to work? Like, like I mean, like the other side of that is obviously like the Black superwoman that does too much, and take care of herself. So like caution of that side as well. But like, who am I not to like do the work? Like it just like all the people that like have literally, like even if I'm just like looking at my mama, like well. She went back to school like while I was in school so she could be greater so that I could like know that I too could like take that path to like have a PhD. Not like she intentionally did that for her, but like even if I was just like trying to repay her, like I could not do that into my living like my dying breath. But even like the community of people around me, like who am I to like not? I mean I could not want to work if I wanted to. But, like,
but yeah, I mean this is what we're talking about, like Black history. We're talking about all these people who paved the way, who did voters' rights, and who have gotten into these white societies of fashion and changed different things around. Who are we not to work our hardest at what we want to do? Like obviously we may not be the most political person, we may not be the most fashionable person, or that may not be our passion, but with what is our passion, like we have to, because people are going to come behind us and say that we're influencing them. We may never be like a famous person that somebody's going to talk about in a video, but we're always gonna be, somebody's always gonna be looking up to us. So
even if it's like your child.
Yeah,
like
your child, your
mom,
siblings, your cousins, your
someone.
And there's like tons of people that just can't be here. Still, like
What do you mean?
like I as a Black woman get to be here, but then like even when I check myself and be like, hey, like I'm Christian, super normed in the U.S. I'm citizens, like have never thought about any, like I mean I think about them because that's something that I'm concerned with, but like have not been like, oh, I'm not concerned for my safety at any point in time in that regards. Like I'm straight, heterosexual, like
Mm-hmm.
like
Like
there's
even though
still
we have
people-
minorities being a black woman is like a minority working, I guess, against us in a white society. We still have things that we are a majority
Yeah.
in, like, you know, like you said, being Christian and
Yeah.
being kind of like societal norms.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to look at that. I never thought about that because, you know, you always get told, like, you know, you're black, you're a woman, or you're black and you're a man, you know, you're that minority. But we do have some, we don't have to worry about when we give someone our ID, like, if we have an ID. You know, like, people
Yeah.
are talking to the police, like, somebody, I mean, I guess it's kind of going out topic, but if you're, like, in a, somebody who's not a U.S. citizen, and you need the police to come for some type of danger you're in, you may think twice about that because you're not a citizen.
You're black.
I mean, yes. You're thinking like 3 times, right? You just if you want to live here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about that.
I mean,
That's true. We still have to be
there's always space to be made, but
fortunate and blessed for the things that we have, but there's always room for improvement, and there's always room for more influential people. I feel like.
yeah. Or like just like more spotlight on.
I feel like it's enough. What's that saying? It's enough of us. It's enough.
To go around.
Yeah, for us to eat. Is that
Oh yeah, like we can all eat.
can
Out
all
there. It's
eat,
enough
like-
food around. It's enough food in this mukbang for y'all to have something.
Okay,
If y'all want, it was enough food,
was enough.
but I mean, I got a little bit left, so it's
Oh.
still
Big
it's still
girl
a
over
little
here killed
hope
mine.
for everybody out there that we can all influence somebody because it's enough to go around.
Yes.
Pull your seat up at the table and be influential and spotlight people who are influential and
Yes.
compliment people. Like I saw this post about like, I mean, this is just like a woman empowerment thing, but it can go for anyone. If you see, how many times you walk down the street and you're like, oh, her shoes are cute, but you don't tell her. Like sometimes we will, but you don't tell her. But just telling her or him or giving that simple compliment or that simple, you know, praise, yeah, it just can
Yes.
help someone's day. You never know how you
Yeah.
can.
That's
bring
true.
someone's life.
I've learned it at my job, like affirming like people's like presence in the workspace and whatnot, because like you know the struggles people go through, and like so after you come out of meeting, you're like, oh, I can feel that pressure too, but being like, hey, like sis, like you held your own, like I appreciated how you presented that, like and like supporting them in that as well, like in the most physical and like I don't know, like co-signing their
present,
comments,
yeah.
like. And
Yes,
that's
things that
another
they can
one, like,
notice to see you doing. Yeah, especially yes.
Like, I love that you love my
yes.
necklace, but did you, like, you pull me aside after the meeting and tell me, like, that was a good idea? Like, no, like, I need you to, like,
In there,
In the
support me
meeting.
in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially when you feel like you have like no one else in there. Like if nobody's hearing your ideas or something like that, and even if you don't maybe particularly agree with that, but just making sure that it's a safe and respectful place that people aren't shooting it down and being rude about it. Like, no, we want to hear what everyone has to say.
Yeah.
You know?
exactly.
That's
true.
I never thought about that. That's really important to just support people.
Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, you want to change the systems, like, the culture, it is, like, prevalent within them, like, it has to change as well, so.
And you have to speak like how you said in there. Don't tell me afterwards, yeah, I like what you did. Dang, what was that movie I just saw? Oh, it was that. It was the movie. Comment down below if y'all can remember this one. It just literally had just came out. But she was, or maybe it was a show. She moved. Oh, it was Insecure, where she moved to the different building. To the she moved. To, Molly moved to the Black Firm.
Oh yes, yes.
And
okay.
then like in that meeting, you know, that man was just being very patronizing or whatever you want to call him. And but then outside of the meeting, people be like, oh yeah, that's how he acts. Like, no, we have to call out different things, like whether it's racism, whether it's sexism, whether it's prejudice, whether it's whatever it is.
if it's
like,
wrong,
wrong is wrong, and don't wait until I'm out of the meeting to tell me, oh yeah, he was wrong. Don't tell me, I know he was wrong. Tell him in the meeting. That can change the culture of how meetings.
because it's like continue
You know,
like normalizing it. And
Yeah.
like it's okay when it's not.
Not okay at all.
Take care of yourselves, because that's a lot.
Self-care,
All that.
mental health, awareness, all of that good stuff, y'all. So if you guys can think of any influential Black people, leaders, any type of people, doctors, lawyers, professionals, social media people, celebrities, activists, politicians. I could go on all day. There's just so many influential black people in this world. Artists.
Oh, shout out to Cardi B for being the first female rap artist to win a Grammy. Shout out to her.
Like in 2019. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's when you told me that, I was like, what? Really? The first? I didn't even know. So yeah, you see how things can change people's lives. Like in 2017, we didn't even know the girl, or that was when we heard of her, and now she's out here winning, first time Grammy awards and stuff. So that's great. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell that is right next to the subscribe button so you're notified every single time I post a video. And keep celebrating black people, keep celebrating black success, and keep supporting each other, and enjoy Black History Month. Okay? I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.